Hello, leveled up tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo with me, Blueankylo. Last episode was a different stream. This is stream number 3, and in between streams, well, in between episodes, the live tubers got to see it. But we wandered around the forest a little bit, punching and kicking enemies and doing a little bit of magic here and there. I didn't really intend to do a lot of grinding, but I was just having fun testing some stuff out and talking about some of the mechanics I looked up. We'll talk about them as we go through. But there's some things I've learned since stream number 2. So anyway, I just wanted to sort of show you where we are. Right now, we're just south of the Matango Cave, which is where we ended the episode. And I often forget where... there's a cannon travel here, basically. There is a cannon travel southeast of the Moogle village in the, the Four Seasons part of the forest. But over here in the Matango side of the forest, after you've got air magic, there is another cannon travel right here. And we're going to Ice Country, or Kakara. So Kakara is where they told us to go. This is the desert. The Ice Country is not where they told us to go, and it's the Ice Country. Now, King Matango, I'm pretty sure, told us to go here. So we should go here, but technically we have 2 options. And I think if we went to Ice Country, we could get an orb and some armor really quickly. But, we'll do what he says. It's fine. All the way to the desert, huh? Well, let's just try it. That's what you want your cannon travel salesperson to say. Wow, you're going a long way. I'll try. All the way to the desert, huh? And, well, we made it to the desert. It does not look like we made it to the desert town. Covered with sand. I hate sand. Oh, what a barren place. There's cactuses all around us. Let's find a town before we shrivel up. So I remember getting sort of stuck here for a while as a kid. You'll see. I was very confused as a young child. So there's some new enemies. Oh, by the way, I guess for the future tubers, I should show off what the new weapon levels are. We spent a little bit of time leveling up, so... we probably got a few physical level ups as well as some magic and weapon level ups. Alright, so, what have we done in between recordings? Well, because we're going sword primarily, I got my sword on blue to level 4, spear to level 3, trident to level 3, and then because the gloves were so good, we're just using the gloves for a little while before they suck again. And then on the other characters, we've gotten their primary weapons, gloves, and not whip, because I was using the spear, because the spear was really good. But we'll go gloves and whip for the girl, so they're coming along. And I also leveled up her wind magic to level 2, which didn't take very long, and her water magic to level 3, just so she can heal a lot. A little bit of magic grinding, and I was talking about it with the live tubers. We are going to go all the way to 8, probably by the end of the game, because the spell animations look different, and I want to show them off. But, weapon damage or magic effects go up as you level them up, and that's pretty cool. Sadly, a lot of the spells are bugged, and they don't work. The saber spells don't do what they say they do exactly. They do add the ability to do a status effect, like Petrification or Snowman, but they don't actually add the element. Although they're supposed to. It's bugged. So, Ice Saber does not give you water damage, Stone Saber does not give you earth damage, and Thunder Saber does not give you thunder damage. They give you a small damage bonus, but that's it. And, sadly, Thunder Saber is mostly useless because it doesn't actually give you any status effect. So trading up Sylphid doesn't really matter much. Analyzer doesn't need any levels, Thunder Saber doesn't really do much. And Balloon is, it's not that important. It says lowers wisdom. I don't even know if that's true. It just balloons them, so they're paused. They're stuck for a second. We tested out the speed up spell. It says it raises your evade percent and your attack, your hit rate and your evade rate when you cast it. But then if you look at the status screen, they don't change. So I'm not 100% sure if that works. And it doesn't seem to make you charge up your attack quicker. I think you move a little quicker on the map, on the screen. I hear someone was saying in the randomizer they've made it better, so if you're playing a different version of Secret of Mana, there are some places that change the spells to be more useful. And then the defense spell, Defender spell, again, it says it raises your defense, but I couldn't see it statistically change anything in your status screen. So how much at all? I don't know. Basically, leveling up Gnome and Sylphid on the girl, this doesn't really help. What you really care about is how much HP you can heal in one spell. For now. There's other spells she'll get that are good, but for the girl, at this point, she only has one element that really matters. Then for the sprite, we've got his axe and boomerang leveled up. And I think I'm giving him the bow a little bit because someone's going to practice with some bow. Oh, this is a good time to mention this as well. We're doing all the mechanic talk right now. I looked up the mechanics for Secret of Mana. Unless you're playing a patched version that fixes it, maybe the PC remake fixes it. But where it says there, use against or effective against a certain type of enemy, that's a lie. It's bugged, so it doesn't work. Sword, bonus damage to insects, it doesn't work. And bow, bonus damage to various species. None of that actually happens in-game. So those effects are all bugged. Obviously, the balloon effect and the sleep effect and the tangle effect all work. I believe the statistical changes do work, but it's actually not the amount it says. So it says Constitution +2, it actually gives you +1. And I'm not sure if raises agility gives you anything. But basically, for the most part, unless it's like a status effect, a straight status effect, you can just assume that the weapon script doesn't work. So that's kind of unfortunate. And then for this sprite, it is more important that we train his elements up. Gnome always trains up quickly because speed down costs 1 MP, so it's really easy to get this guy leveled up. So getting Gnome to level 3 was a nice idea. I got Sylphid to 2 at least because Sylphid was at 0 when the last time you future tubers would have seen her. And, you know, wind and thunder is kind of important. It's nice to have air damage anyway. And then, of course, Undine, probably the most important one for Sprite as well, because Freeze has one of the highest, like, spell powers, basically. So, if an enemy is not weak to any element, you probably want to use Freeze, because it hits hard for 2 MP. If you need to use magic. So anyway, we're in the desert, and, you know, I just showed you all your cool weapons and stuff. It seems like, well, that guy definitely went to sleep. It's possible Sonic never sleeps. Maybe he's, oh no, he can get put to sleep too. Good. Anyway, the enemies here are just gonna, like, keep respawning, so let's just move along. Clearly, we didn't end up where we were hoping to go when we landed in the desert. I would not recommend fighting all the enemies in the desert area, as a general rule. I mean, you could fight some of them if you want to, like, level up or something, but... the pumpkins explode, and that'll do a lot of... I think it's non-elemental damage, or an element that you're not going to protect against anyway. Technically, it has an element, but you could probably think of it as non-elemental, because nothing's strong or weak to it. Also, the antlions are big fat jerks, too, so I don't like fighting the antlions either. And these things... they seem to be really tanky. Like, I don't know why they're so strong, but... I think you're probably supposed to use magic on them is the thing. There you go. The second stream duration... I mean, I usually try to stream for about 4 hours, and then I end up streaming 6 hours, and once in a while I stream for 8 hours. It just depends on how much fortitude I have, let's say. So you might notice that I'm just kind of moving around randomly. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where you go right now. Don't stress out about it too much. I'm generally trying to go upwards, but it's just scripted. Throat's so dry, I can't go on. Oh, we're finished. Look, over there! Hurry, I see something up ahead. Alright, so now you have to go up, but other than that... A ship! Let's go! Nice. We found a ship. We're saved! Hey, you! What are you doing out here? Only Imperial spies would be so stupid. Please! How rude! Come on, give us a break. We're starving out here. We're dying of thirst. What are you doing? Sir, we picked up some spies wandering in the desert. Now, let's hold on. Perhaps they're really just some travelers who got lost. Yes, sir, it's the truth. We came here from Matango. We'd almost given up hope. I rather like your open manner, kid. So I won't throw you back into the desert. However, this isn't a pleasure cruiser here, so you'll have to work to earn your keep. You'll work in engineering. The shrimp will make meals, and she can come with me. The 14-year-old girl. You heard a move! It's Japan, guys. It's okay. I wonder if this got scrubbed from the remake. Get to work! Yeah, in engineering. I have no idea how to engineer anything. I've never even held a hammer. Last time I tried to fix something, I fell off of a bridge and picked up a sword and doomed my village. There she blows, eh? You're new on board, huh? I'm Sergo, pirate and scourge of the 8 seas. That is, at least I used to be. The oceans have grown way too stormy for sailing, so the pirate business is dried up. I stowed away because I missed me ship so much, but they found me. I wonder if the oceans will ever be safe again. People picked up in the desert are slaves. Maybe you should stop walking. It's canon travel, sending people to the desert so that they can be conscripted as slaves for the army. This is the Republic's secret sand ship. It's super secret, don't tell anybody. Admiral Maria's in command, but his grandson Mori calls the shots around here. Mori would just as soon dump the old man in the desert. Sure, there's a bunch of important names you need to remember. Get to work! How come Sergo could walk by? I wasn't allowed to walk by. Sergo could leave anytime he wants. He just walked right past those guards. Alright, can I do anything? Sergo, get me out of here. You're so good at getting out of here. Get back down here so I can talk to you. Pirate! Get down here. I don't suppose you'd know of any way to help my friends and I escape, seeing as you just walk through guards. Huh? You want to escape with your friends, do ya? Leave it to me! Go talk to those guards by the stairs. Yeah, hey guards, how's it going? You there! Get back to your post on the double! Die! Fire! Fire! What? They just punched me. So yeah, the ship's not on fire, but they just let me go by because they're not very good guards. Let's go rescue our friends. I told you guys, every adult in this game is completely useless. Hi guys, how's it going? Yeah, secret sand ship. Just telling everyone about the secret sand ship. Oh, can't go that way. I must have gone the wrong direction. Totally went the wrong direction. Okay. It's been a while since I played through this part. This is the Republic's theme song, by the way. There is a Republic. Of course, they're the good guys, mostly. Just incompetent is all. The Empire's bad, Republic's good. You know, very Star Wars. Secret Republic sand ship. Oh, here's the door. I couldn't even see it. It's invisible. Hey guys, how's it going? By Commander Mori's orders, no one may enter. Oh. I think we need the sprite to get through that door. All clear. Make a log entry. Oh, thanks. Good thing you can save it. At least they're nice enough to let you save. I think I missed yeah, this one. This is the what we're looking for here. It's a weird maze of a ship. You gotta admit. There he is. Stop lollygagging and finish up your lunch break, alrighty? Uh-huh. Just like paradise in here, eh? Buddy, so when do I get paid? Oh my god, he ate all the food! No, I haven't eaten! Someone get this thing out of my kitchen! So they got what they expected here. They let the sprite into the food stores. Instead of cooking, he just ate it all. No, I'm starving! Alright, you had your fun? Could need another thing. Will you get that human waste disposal unit out of my kitchen? Yeah, okay, there's a reason why I'm playing this game. It's because one of these days I have to finish Let's Playing Xenogears. Xenogears is so good, but Xenogears is like 5 times as long as this game. And like, the story is 100 times more complicated. Hey, can we go back here now? Help! Rats have eaten all the food! So now everyone thinks the ship's on fire and we ate all their food. So this ship has basically been doomed because they let us on board. Oh, right, by the way. Now, to start with, I'd like you to remove my shirt and give me a back massage. Yeah. You spoiled brat! So, yeah, you just picked up some teenager in the desert and tried to make her give him a back massage. Maury, how dare you? What if the rest of the men saw you like this? But Grandpa, she owes us for rescuing her. Silence! You'll lose the respect of the troops making out with any old tramp we pick up in the desert. Harumph, indeed. You are absolutely pathetic. Woman, get out of here. Oh, they are a bunch of jerks, indeed. Am I glad to see you? They've escaped. This is all your fault, Gramps. Guards? Escapees, grab them. Really? I'd kick your butt. I got the mana sword. Red alert! Empire forces spotted on intercept course. Aye! Surrender! You idiot. You're no soldier. Arms! To arms, men! To arms! No way! We're with Maury! Surrender's our only hope! The ship's on fire and we have no food! So... the Empire has conquered their sand ship. Surrender in the name of the Empire. And... ah, nuts! Remember when I said all the adults were completely useless? Yeah. So the Republic soldiers just give up. Couldn't even handle 2 teenagers and a sprite. I didn't think I'd see you alive again. And serving on a rebel ship, no less. That's not totally true. We're virtually prisoners aboard this ship until we escaped. Maybe even literally. Wait, you must be the ones Thanatos warned me about. The Mana Knight, correct? At Thanatos' urging, the Emperor has declared you enemies of the state. I would be sadly remiss in my duties not to take care of you personally. Instead of just killing us, he takes us to an arena. So long, rebel scum! Alright, so this guy, he's got like a jetpack. He's, you know, he's kind of cool. Let's do this boss fight seriously. Let's scan him. He's not quite in vision there. Scan him. Give him a little punch. So he speeds himself up. Whatever that does. 980 HP. And no weaknesses. Okay, no weaknesses. You know what that means. Do nothing. Okay, he's just not on the screen. Hitboxes. Oh, he's got missiles. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, take that. 143 damage. Punch. You ran her over. Let's see if you can lower his defense. It'd be so much easier if you could just target him. Alright, defense down. Okay, don't worry about that. I want to do a punch combo. Come on, I should really just take out my sword. Trying to punch this... I mean, it's only 100 damage. That's pathetic. Pathetic. Alright, pull out the good weapons. No more claw training. Where's my sword? Let's kill this punk. It's gonna take a little while to charge up to level 4. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright, here we go. 184 damage. Not bad. And the missiles don't even do that much. Oh, by the way, the sprite's basically dead. Yeah, it barely does any damage. It just kills the weaklings. They're basically dead weight if you're not using their magic, you know. I block it, the sprite takes 17 damage. I mean, he's only got 1,000 HP. If he would just hold still, we'd kill him very, very quickly. But I mean, that's his gimmick, right? He speeds around. Oh, the girl actually whipped him to death. The whip would probably work pretty well against someone on a robot chariot. There we go. We didn't even spam the battle magic. We just fought him honestly. He's really not a very difficult boss, so no surprise there, right? And now our whip will be better. So, did I save the day? That was amazing! What you did to that guy. Let me know if you ever need jobs. What a mess. The Imperial troops ran away, but not before smashing the sand ship. Just who are you, anyway? I've heard Gestar tried to kill you on sight. I'm sorry, if Jima were here, you could probably explain all this. What? You're friends of... I had no idea. I must apologize for my grandson's actions. Sir Jima would be ashamed of us. I'd almost forgotten how true soldiers act. Well, we were just trying to get to Kakra and the Fire Palace before you found us. You know, it's all pretty simple. The kingdom of Kakra lies north of us, while the Fire Palace is off to the west. Go talk to one of my men. He'll radio ahead and have you airlifted. Nice. Oh, my beautiful ship. Shameful. So, yeah, you know, we're making friends. Yeah, let's just go. Rescue transport. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Oh, he dropped us right in an antlion pit. Thanks. Just right in the quicksand. Hey, look! It's a town, finally! Welcome to Kakra. And, Salamander's gone! So, you know, this village is not super happy. Because there's no water. Yeah, the oasis town is... dry. Someone has nabbed Salamando, keeper of the Fire Palace to the west. What's more, the Fire Seed is gone too. How could this have happened? Our wells have run dry. So... I'm about to pass out from the heat. So yeah, the blacksmith also ran all the way here somehow. Anyway, I'll be taking that whip upgrade. Backhand whip. So this used to be slowing enemies. Let's see if it gets anything useful. It is now the chain whip. A little bit of Last Airbender. Well, we are collecting all the 4 elements, but, you know, we go beyond Avatar. We're going to have 8 elements by the end of this. Alright, new whip. Effective means garbage. Now, it does do more damage. You know, you can't argue with the damage buff. Compared to whatever it used to do. I don't know, but sadly, it doesn't actually get any good status effects. I mean, maybe if it wasn't bugged, those effective against slime would be really nice, but... so I don't know if I want to buy any of this stuff. I think as soon as we go to... if someone... I don't know if I'm more... if anyone knows the actual stats. I'm pretty sure as soon as we go to the snow village, the armor up there is actually a tier above the desert village. So we could buy this stuff, but it'd kind of just be a waste of money, and then we just go to the next town and buy better stuff anyway. I think. Just keep in mind the best armor is 2250, and the helmets are 550. If it's more expensive than that, they're probably better. We can come back if we have to, but it's really easy to get to the ice village anyway. Everyone's moving away. I think I'll move to Ice Country. I hear there's a town as warm as this one there. That's interesting. You never beat it, Hedika? Hedekia? Would you please get out of the way, lady? You're driving away business from this honest inn. Okay, thank you. Thank you. She listened. Alright, let's rest up. So I guess at this point we're probably supposed to go to the Fire Shrine. But I'll give you guys a little spoiler. We can't get into the Fire Shrine right now. There's going to be an orb in the way, and we do not have the correct magic to get past the orb and enter the Fire Shrine. So there's really not a... You know, we were told to go to Kakarot to get the Fire Spirit and the Fire Shrine, but none of that is here. And really the only clue you get is the one person that says... Let me just read that one more time. Which is it? So Salamando is gone. He's not even in the Fire Palace anymore. Was it that fancy lady? Was she the one that talked to us? Oh, there she is. Hiding behind the trees. So, you know, Ice Country. This is the first person that mentions Ice Country, even though we could have, you know, we could have canon traveled there earlier. I heard there's a town as warm as this one. So, can any of you guys figure it out? Blue-eyed, best we get her better. Oh, I guess we better stock up on candy. Listen, you, I'm King Amar of Kakara, not some silly street merchant, although I do dance a little silly. But I've got worse problems. The water of our oasis has completely dried up, and a guy named Jima said the Mana Seed of Fire was stolen from the palace. I forgot to talk to the salesperson king. Can you see my problem? I'm not racist, but the merchant looks exactly the same as the king. And also the villagers. Anyway, you know, there's a little bit of a riddle there, or a little bit of a puzzle. It's not that hard. Maybe we should go check out Ice Country, where there's a town as warm as the one in the middle of a desert. Somehow. I wonder how you could do that. Whee! This is like across the planet, basically. Matango's kind of in between the two. And Matango to the desert, he missed the shot. But now he's an expert and he get us killed by giant walrus. I mean, they're friendly walrus. Welcome to Toto. We named our village Toto because, well, we have so much to do. Oh, it's to do, not to do. I don't know what a walrus sounds like. They're a strange old man that lives in the crystal forest. They've got giant teeth that gets in the way of their speaking. He also has a friend who always has a red nose from a cold or something. Old man with a beard and a creature with a red nose. I'm starving. Yeah. It's growing unbearably warm around here. At least they have friendly snowmen. You're still pronouncing it to do? Alright, you can do that. I'm not racist, but yeah, I have to start like every sentence you say like that. A tropical paradise is hidden in the crystal forest. It's odd, but I could have sworn it wasn't there before. So these are the natives, obviously the natives of Iceland. You know, because they're walruses and they live in the polar ice caps, I guess. Toto? But I'm the town's blacksmith. Who's this weird-looking creep? So yeah, he just follows us around. What kept ya? Weapons powered up? Not yet. Soon, though. So he gets his own shop here. He just takes over the walrus's shop. Well, maybe the spirit of fire redirects the heat of the desert away from the oasis town so that they can live happily. Alright, remember I was thinking that the weapons and armor, or the armor here was better than the last place. It's exactly the same! Alright, now I don't know if the chest guard does any special effects, but it costs less than the golden vest, so eh. And we'll buy some silver bands. I don't know. We're getting we're getting the valuable metal deal here. And again, golden tiaras might do something. Maybe I'll buy one just to see if I can figure out what the difference is. I mean, typically I just buy the most expensive stuff and hope for the best. But we did learn last stream that there are some things that change a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just switch over. So the wolf band gave us agility. I'm assuming the silver band gives us nothing. And probably the gold vest is the same thing. I'm going to do the body armor first, and then compare the head pieces. Alright. A little bit more defense. It's, you know, is +2 defense worth whatever status effects the wolf band gave us? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe. So what I want to see here is if we equip the raccoon cap, which is higher defense than the golden tiara. I want to see if the golden tiara gives us some other sort of special effect. So let's look at the stats on the sprite and just take a screenshot. What would you think a tiara would be good for? Maybe wisdom or intelligence, maybe? Not that I even know how wisdom and intelligence affects your spells in this game. I assume they might do something. But, like, you know, 34 and 15 are the numbers that might change, maybe? Or 73 for magic defense. But 34 and 15, I'm assuming. Maybe one of those. Some reason to equip the lower stats. 34, 15, and less magic defense. Thanks, Yayo. So, is there anything actually better? The defense is less. I think defense and magic defense just share the stat. And then everything else is worse. Unless I missed it. 17, 26, 19, 34, 15. Yep. So I don't know why that helmet even exists. It's just it's a knockoff version of a good helmet. It doesn't cost that much different, and it just gives you 4 less defense. So I don't friggin' know. That's why that's why I typically don't pay much attention to the armor system. I just buy the most expensive stuff, because most of the time the most expensive stuff is just better. And the game designers were kind of weird, so who knows. And the stuff that is supposed to do things seems like half the time is bugged anyway, so. Anyway, +8 defense is better than nothing. And +11 defense is actually a pretty good upgrade, so cool. Now we've got to sell our junk. Now, it's like, for instance, if the wolf band gave us a good status protection or stat buff, it's probably better than +2 defense if that's all the silver band gives you is 2 defense but no attribute bonuses. But that's the kind of thing you'd have to look up on the Wikipedia or spend a lot of time, like, because the game doesn't even tell you about, like, status protections or anything. Anyway, we've got tons of money because of our little grind earlier, so it's not like it's a problem. We can buy whatever we want. It's not big deal. Any items we want? I think we've got maxed out on the normal goods. Now that we've got relatively high level Undying magic, we generally won't be running out of healing very often. Alright, well let's go explore the Frozen Wastes. So the music is a little bit more subdued, but this is one of the nicest looking areas in the game. I mean, the game is just very nice looking in general. Now, these wolves are big fat jerks. Like, okay, they hop around and do damage to you constantly. This is an area where using the gloves is a bad idea, let's just say. And these wolves are really tough. Like, they just constantly, they're very aggressive. They can basically, this is probably one of the areas where you can get stun locked very easily compared to other areas in the game. So you might be better off just not even fighting them, honestly, because they're kind of rude, you know. Give them a smack, knock them down, and then just keep moving. Wow, he died. Did he take a crit or something? Because, like, I thought he was doing okay there, and then suddenly he's dead. And you know, we're at a pretty high level. I just bought him all his armor, so I don't know what's going on. Seems like he must have taken like 100 damage hit or something. Anyway, it doesn't take too long to get to Rudolph? Help! Master's gone! No one in the Ice Palace except Monster! Monster's got Master! Help! Turns out Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer living in Northland. Ah, well. So, the spear You know, this is an interesting decision, because the balloon spear, the ballooning effect on the spear is really, really good. But I love ranking weapons up, and I generally don't use them a whole lot once I've got them at max. Wow. Chill! Just relax, wolves. I generally don't use the weapons a whole lot after I've got them at max level, because I've switched to a different weapon to level up. So now that I've got my spear skill to level 4, or level 3, I guess. I almost never use it. Yay, candy! Alright. At least we're doing a lot of damage to the wolves, even if they're doing a lot of damage to us. Can't believe the stupid kid died. So yeah, basically my decision is, yes, please power up my spear. Even though we're losing the balloon effect, it'll do more damage, and it'll have some new effect. So let's have a look at the Partisan. The new effect is nothing. What a shame. But it does do the most damage. I think that's one of the reasons I like the spear as well. I believe at the same level, it's always like a couple points of damage higher than the sword. And then the axe is like maybe 1 point higher than the sword. So like the 3 main melee weapons do the highest damage of all the weapons. So yeah, you know, I'm kind of a big fan of that. Alright, so meanwhile... yeah, we'll let the sprite use the bow, because it kind of gives them a bit of a ranged attack against these dumb wolves. Although the boomerang's probably a little bit better, honestly. And then the girl's got to get the whip all the way up to level 4 anyway, so she can use that for a long time. We're kind of at a point where the enemy, because we're fighting a lot of wolves for the next little while, you want to have slightly longer range weapons, because they jump at you all the time. If you have to get up close and punch them, you're gonna have a bad time. Alright, and we should probably buy another resurrection cup. You know, because the kid died instantly last time. First screen. We got like 5 screens to go through and he died. Even with all those extra levels. And all that armor. Alright. Sadly, you can only carry 4 of them at a time, which is why it is kind of important to stock up if you use any, because 4 runs out pretty quick. So let's see how this new spear does. So I have a feeling there is kind of a weapon priority system for attacks. And when I was using the sword or the gloves, I get interrupted all the time. Now this is not backed by any science. And any weapon can be interrupted by an enemy attack at the wrong second. But I generally find that the spear does not get interrupted as much as some of the other spells. Or the other weapons. Also, I've been tangled up, so I'm pretty slow right now. So yeah, I don't know if this is true or just a kind of a feeling. Like, sure, I took that hit, but usually if I'm in the middle of an attack, the spear attack seems to go through. Whereas certain other weapons, like notably the bow or the gloves, even the sword to some degree, it seems like you just always gets interrupted. You know what doesn't get interrupted? What weapon? What doesn't get interrupted, fella? Magic? Magic gets interrupted too, though, sadly. I don't know if I should be killing all these guys. We're a pretty high level right now. Although the sprite took another 100 damage there. That's crazy. The key to the weapon. And is the best weapon in the game. Best weapon in the game, you say. There's cannon travel. So yeah, one kind of annoying part for the ice area is if you go here first although you land in the town, if you're struggling against wolves, and you might be a much lower level than I am, you can get kind of stuck in town, not really able to leave until you level up to kill the wolves, because you can't get to the cannon travel without fighting quite a few screens of wolves. But the gloves get interrupted all the time, fella. Also, there's a turtle. It's a magic floating turtle. There we go, we killed it. Turned it into dust. And, like, the turtles know the best weapon in the game. You know, the reason the turtles are so strong is they pick the right weapon. Alright, duel. Dang it! You punk! Stupid enemies. Now, I didn't say the spear charge was invulnerable. I just said the normal attack. There we go. We got him. Poke, poke, jumps. I really like the downward thrust on the spear attack. The level 3 animation's really nice. The turtle's too strong. Alright, let's do this again. Because I like the animation so much. Poke, poke, jump. Oh, man. That's just so cool, guys. So cool. Oh, and then we get attacked by the clouds. So, for clouds... Oops, that was not the right target. Pebbler fears Sylphid. But no, we're trying to check out the LA Funk, who's got Acid Storm. He's got 100 HP, 20 MP, and fears Salamando. We don't have Salamando. So, I think we can technically kill them right now. Ice Magic might still do enough damage at level 2. We'll see. But you can't hit them with your weapons. Similar to the Tomato Man. And even that did not kill them. Maybe this will do a little bit more damage to them? I don't know. It didn't seem like that did any damage, to be honest. I'm just going to kill a couple, but it's kind of a waste of MP, so, you know. I don't think there's really any way to do damage to them other than magic. If someone knows a trick to do damage to them with not using MP, then let me know, but this screen I sort of remember typically just ignoring because wolves and, you know, physical immune enemies, it's not very nice. Suddenly it's a boss! Hey look! Remember Tropicalu? He's back! Except I'm stun locked and can't even stand up. That was a great start. Alright, we're healed up. Let's get a scan on him. Now we're not stuck by rock, so it's a lot easier to, like, get around. Alright, scan this punk. Now his pumpkins get an upgrade. So he's only got 1100 HP total. It didn't say he feared any weapons, or any elements, did he? There we go. Big 160 damage. Because he's got a pretty predictable pattern where he pops up out of the ground and stands up, it's not too hard to hit him with a big hit. Now, you want to stay away from that little vine thing over there, because it'll reach over and touch you in the wrong place, in the bad place. But we can pretty reliably hit him for over 100 damage. Now, you know, that's all nice and everything, but what if we just use magic, you know? Come on, get down here, you punks. I don't know if he's strong to ice or anything. I got like a crit there. 1 damage from ice. Ah, the boreal face is immune to ice. I didn't even know his name was Boreal Face. Like, that's how rarely I look at enemy names in the magic. Looks like he's pretty resistant to magic. Seems that way. Unless I did something wrong. Air magic only did 1 damage as well. try one more air blast and then we'll go to Earth. Ah, 20 damage, that's not very good. Pretty sure the 100 was from our physical. He's gonna be dead pretty soon though, but just kind of interesting how many elements he's, you know, resistant to. Well, looks like pretty strong to magic. We could try to kill his little, yeah, that thing there. His little viney. But it just grows back. That's why I normally don't bother with it. Alright, let's finish this guy off. Did he really block that? I think this is a fight where you want your NPCs to charge up their attacks, because it looks like he basically takes one hit and then he just shells back up and goes underground, so... As soon as you hit him, he runs away. So you want to save up for your big attacks, basically. Maybe just turn your AI to passive and then use your level 4 charge of something to kill him. Anyway, not a very hard fight, but... Oh boy! There you go, fella. Now the bow is even better. Also, aren't we in the middle... What happened? I thought we were in the middle of the Arctic. Everyone here has deep pockets. Even kings are dazzled by this place. I'll wait to see the gold castle. It's hot here, even when it's snowing outside. This place is gonna be gorgeous. I mean, you got apple trees growing already. That's pretty impressive. Money's better than mana. I mean, I'm a realist. I like things I can hold in my hand, like coins. Welcome to the tropics. So, this is a nice little town in the middle of the polar region, whatever they called it. Wow, you can't beat this place. You can stay in town and get a suntan, or go outside and ski. I mean, you gotta admit, if we could do this in the real world, we probably would. I'm so glad my wife found this resort. It's just the thing I need to get away from the office. You know, with the power of, you know, electric heating. Hot tubs in the middle of the Alps. You know, I think these guys have the right idea. I moved here from the Empire's Gold City. The weather there is no match for this. It's in to own a second house here. So it's kind of like an empire town by the sounds of it. Just they just built it in the middle of the Arctic. Our resort is a hit! Woohoo! Now, you might recognize these guys. We're like slaves here. These rich people are a bunch of pushy snobs to order us around. Do you guys remember these guys? They had a robot. They tried to steal the Earth Seed. They successfully stole the Water Seed, and then they tried to steal the Earth Seed, and then we beat up their robot. It's been a while, but yeah. Hey, who are you? Haven't we met somewhere before? No? Oh, well. Hey, could you watch this stove for a few minutes while I'm gone? Just whack it whenever it seems to cool down a little, okay? Yeah, sure. This mysterious stove in the middle of the town. Huh. Should we poke it? Ting ting. I hear something coming from the pot. I mean, what could go wrong, right? Oh. Oh, thanks. I'm the fire elemental Salamando. How dare those creatures use me as a heater? Now, let me teach you the power of fire. I'll be your slave instead. I think they skipped a lot of dialogue right here in one of the translations because he just met us. And yeah, we freed him, but now he's our slave. Oh well, fourth element get. You again? Didn't you dingbats recognize them? Sorry, boss. Everyone's gone. I was about to become rich beyond my wildest dreams. You should have made them pay in advance. They paid for these houses. And then, even if they leave, they don't get their money back, right? You gotta get your schemes figured out. Forget about that. What have you done with the Fire Palace seed? What? Fire Palace seed? I don't have a clue what you're talking about. Hey, I saw an old guy when we nabbed Salamando. Maybe he took it. Don't help them! See ya! Bye! So, some old guy down in the fire temple? Now, technically, now that we have Salamando, we could go all the way back to Kakarot and get into the fire temple, sort of, because it's the fire magic you need to get in there. But we're not going to go do that. We might want to level up our fire magic a little bit, though. Let's go up here first. So there's more to explore this direction. And we've got new magic. And everything here is weak to fire. Which is very convenient. And, you know, remember how I said the girl, most elements were kind of garbage for her because all she really cares about is healing, and earth and wind were kind of bad? Well, let's see here. Next time we find a new enemy. Oh boy, level 4 spear. Okay, so the girl... Oh, she's got Flame Saber. Basically sucks. It does light enemies on burning sometimes, but she's got Fire Bouquet, which does damage. Magical damage. So now she's got an offensive spell. In fact, why don't we go crazy and spend 4 MP on Blaze Wall? Blaze Wall even triggers the engulf status. But it's pretty expensive. That's 4 MP to do that. And at least at this point in the game, 4 MP is pretty pricey. So I'd still say most of the time you want to save her MP for healing and use the sprite's MP for, you know, killing enemies. Oh yeah, Fire Bouquet does lower the enemy's attack power. So she's actually got some pretty good spells at fire elemental, basically. We got level 3 arrows. That's good. We can get rid of that now. Forget those dumb weapons. Let's switch you over to at least the boomerang. I think the boomerang's more useful most of the time. Oh yeah, I also leveled up to level 4 spear. So let's have our first look at level 4 spearing. Now, enemies with Ice Saber are pretty annoying, because they can get you... Boy, that was a lot of swinging for not hitting a single time. They can turn you into snowmen, basically, with their Ice Saber, which is one of the very few... Well, status effects are kind of annoying when they're against you. And the what? Why does he keep dying? Yeah, I should heal him more, but... It seems like he's always just dead if I'm not... If I'm trying to show off, like, a cool new attack, Sprite just dies. There we go. Finally hit. I blame hitboxes here, but... Anyway, you know, the high-level charge attacks are cool. They just, sometimes hard to get them to connect. Anyway, all good. Oh, look! Nothing. Just a little mini-boss area. There's a screen like this you'll find later on that has Nico, the sales cat, on it. And there's a way to glitch something there, if you're familiar. Kind of a late game. So this is like the next dungeon. This is the Ice Castle. We'll head there in the next episode. But before that, I am going to want to go grind up at least some ranks of fire magic. Specifically for the sprite, but even for the girl, probably. You know, level 0, when you just get it, is just so useless. And all the next, like, the next boss in the Ice Castle is, you know, going to be weak to fire, so... And unfortunately, we have no MP. So unless I want to use a bunch of fairy walnuts, I mean, I guess I can. I can afford them these days. But basically, I have to go back to town. And that's a bit of a walk away. So probably what I'll do is I'll just showcase what the level 0 spells look like here. And then next episode, when we come back, I'll have grinded up a little bit of fire magic. Just a level 2 or 3, I don't know, we'll see. So that, we're charged up for the next boss. So for the sprite, we've got 3 spells: Fireball, Exploder, and Lava Wave. Let's see how much damage Fireball can do at level 0. 200 damage. They're probably weak to it, so that's why you're getting such high hits. Typically, Fireball is your cheap spell, but you can't chain it together because it's got projectiles, so you can't just cast it over and over again. So if you're trying to chain magic, you want to go with Lava Wave, because you can recast this over and over again. But did it do the same amount of damage? I don't even know. Everyone else attacks so often, it's really hard to see what the actual damage number is. Okay, I want to see how much damage we can do to the turtle. So it actually did less than the Fireball did, interestingly enough. I wonder why that is. And then Exploder is the most expensive one, 4 MP. It might do more damage, it's hard to say. We'll use the turtle's magic defense as comparison. Fireball did 200, Lava Wave did 190, Exploder did 210. So yeah, it's probably not worth double the MP though. There's the cat. So, assumedly, sells the same armor as the last place. Assuming we get 1,000 gold per trip, we can just, instead of going all the way back to town, we can just stay here and buy fairy walnuts to sort of grind our magic up. I think that's what I'll do. Just, it's a little bit more fair, right? You know, we have to actually, you have to pay for our grinding. You can't just go to the inn, heal up for free, and then get to level 3 or 4 instantly. It is pretty expensive, though, I have to admit. Anyway, for the future tubers, that's where we're going to end this episode. It's cheaper by a long shot to just go back to town. Like, make no mistake, this is definitely the lazy way to do it. But, it's kind of fun, and I won't be using the expensive spells to grind. We'll be using the 2 MP ones, because they're a lot more, you get the same amount of experience, and it only costs you 2 MP instead of 3 or 4. And because we don't have the Fire Seed yet, we can't get anything to level 4, so don't expect level 4 magic, but I should probably change some. I might change weapons, get a little bit more alternate weapon grinding going on, a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, I don't know. I mean, Undine's about to hit level 3. Maybe we'll just get Fire to level 2 and the rest of them to level 3 because we're pretty close now. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I'm not trying to grind a whole lot during the Let's Play, but the game's kind of designed for it to a degree. Boy, I love that spear, though. Such an effective weapon. Oh, I wonder how does the girl's magic compare? Now, she can grind up quicker if she's going Flame Saber, but, like, she can train up quicker. I mean, that did as much damage as Fireball ever did. And unfortunately, in case you didn't notice, once Salamander's removed from the furnace, everyone leaves. Alright, one more Fire Bouquet and one more expensive spell from her, just to get an idea for damage again. 128. See, that's the trouble. I think because damage values add together, sometimes you'll cast a spell and it looks like it did a lot of damage, like 200 or 300 or whatever, pick a number. But it's not actually doing that much damage because we hit it with a physical attack and it just got added together. That only did 78. He should be taking like 1 damage per second. And then you know, he can't dodge anything, so. Anyway, that's going to be all for this episode. So thanks for watching, future tubers. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of, well, we did the desert and most of the snow area, although we've got the big snow dungeon. And then, of course, there's a big fire dungeon, too. So always more dungeons to do. When we come back, next episode, we'll have a few more a few more magic ranks. We've already got magic Salamander level 1. It really won't even take all that long, but I won't show it all off on camera because, you know. Now, if you, one thing I should probably do is not always grind Undine all the way up to the max level off camera, because once we get to once we unlock kind of the next tier to level 4, we'll get to because we cast heal fairly frequently in the background. You know, you don't need to grind stuff that you cast all the time anyway. At least not as much. And just as a comparison, like, we just leveled up Fireball to 1. It used to do around 200 damage. Here it is doing, like, almost 50% more. So, you know, pretty cool. And I kind of enjoy this kind of grind. Like, you know, it's kind of relaxing. Anyway. For real this time, thanks for watching, future tubers. Hope you've enjoyed. When we come back, we will head down to deal with Santa Claus, who, I mean, if you haven't put 2 and 2 together, without, you know, I mean, I guess I'm spoiling it a little bit, but, like, the people that stole Salamando did not steal the Fire Seed. Someone else stole the Fire Seed, and his name is Santa Claus. That's what Rudolph was telling us, so we're gonna go kill Santa in tomorrow's episode. So look forward to that. Hope you've enjoyed and have a great day.